Hi there, this is Maria Lupita Gurule, and today I just want to take a pause for a moment and ask you to please reconsider before you have a session with me. Yeah, that's right. I want you to reconsider, stop and watch this video first before you consider having a session with me. It is super important that you understand the type of sessions that I have so that we can determine whether I am a fit for you or not. I am a medium. I can sense and feel people who have passed. I struggle with the word psychic because all I am doing is sensing and feeling the soul. And if something comes up that feels so strongly as though it has already happened, it will come up, only to discover that it hasn't happened yet. I cannot tell you how many times that has actually occurred. And so I am a psychic medium. But because I've had a near death experience, because I have actually died, I have no filter. I bridge myself both here on this 3D material plane as well as a foot on the other side. That's the best way I can describe it. Part of me is here as well as part of me being there. If you want to have a session with me, it is the deepest type of session you can have. As I mentioned, in God's light of truth, nothing can be hidden and everything is revealed. And so if you work with me, because I have had that near-death experience, I work with people at the level of the soul. What is deeply most affecting the soul. And it may not be what you want to hear. That's right. I can tell you that recently I've had a few sessions come up where things that are said, people get very upset about. And I've actually had to refund, not once, but two. And I did so because we were not a fit. And so here is what you can expect. I am a psychic medium who has had a near-death experience, who is half here and half on the other side. I work with the soul. I have soul sessions. When you work with me, I will hold you in the deepest of places. Doing this work is the greatest level of responsibility that I do not take lightly. I am responsible for every single thing that I think, do, and say. And if I am not giving my fullest to help the soul, then that is causing harm, and I will not participate in that. If you have had mediumship sessions before with your loved ones and where you want just a quick, fast, easy, then I suggest that maybe you continue in working with those mediums who have been able to provide that for you in the past. Because I am a medium who will sense your soul. And what will happen is that I cannot control which souls choose to come through for your benefit. You may want so deeply to connect with your beloved, your most cherished beloved. You may want to connect with a child, okay? And what may actually come through is your ex-spouse from a long time ago who treated you horribly, who passed a long time ago. And if that actually does come through, oh my gosh, it is of the most grandest opportunities for healing and understanding that is being afforded. And oftentimes it is through our most cherished beloveds that are affording that opportunity. But if you are not ready for that, do not come see me because I cannot control which spirits choose to present themselves, and I do not conjure. I invite. So I will sit with you and I will listen. I will sense and I will feel, and I will tell you who is coming through. But it may not be who you hope for, and it may not be who you expect. And if it creates that, oh my gosh, it's an energy that is almost unretractable. So with this particular case, I don't want that. I don't want that person. Well, it created this instantaneous barrier that is almost impossible to try to break through. It creates a distrust, and that is not what I want. Everything within me is to hold you in a space of your healing. I will hold that in that sacred space. I will hold space for you. This is why it is such an honor and a privilege to work with people at the soul level, because it takes a great level of trust and vulnerability to be able to do that. You don't know me. I've never had a conversation with you. You do not know my character. I have not had an opportunity to have many conversations with you. You only know me by the videos that you have seen. And so, with that, I ask you that you please take a moment to consider what you are about to step into. You may come to me and say, like, oh, I have no peace. I feel uneasy. My life is horrible and I want blah, blah, blah. Okay. And so what will happen is that I will fill you and your soul will come through. Your guides, your angels, your beings, your loved ones will come through and they will provide the guidance and the direction for your healing. But it may not be what you expect. There are no victims, none. And every time I try to blame another, I am always handed my ass. That's what I call it. I am always redirected and said, well, now, okay, Lupita, you might blame, but what happened there with you? What did you do? What was said? And I'm always brought back to myself because that is where the healing happens. These are soul sessions at the deepest level. If you come to me and say, I have no peace and I want peace, the dis-ease and the uneasiness is what is going to be stirred up so that it can come up, so that it can be healed. That's what I'm about. It's deep work. You may not be ready for it. And if you are not, then take some time and some pauses to be able to do the things that you need to do. It requires a person to come to me with an open mind because I cannot control what comes up. Again, I do not control the souls that do present themselves. I do not conjure. I invite and I wait and I listen. And then we see who arrives and then it unfolds. If you are willing and open and do not slam the door shut, it will progress and your loved ones will flow through. If it creates this instantaneous upset, it is disruptive and there's almost an unrecoverable energy from then. And I do not want you to experience that. Now, I also will bring up things that may not yet have happened. I really have a difficulty with calling myself psychic because it conjures up all kinds of images of crystal balls and seeking and all kinds of other weirdness. All I can say is that as I am working with you, I will feel your soul so deeply. And because all of time exists simultaneously, there are things that will come up in form of guidance that will feel so strongly as though it has already happened, but it hasn't yet. I cannot tell you how many times that's happened. If you've had a session with me before, you might have been a recipient of that. I've had people look at me like I have three heads because of some of the things that I've said, only for them to come back 6 months later and say, you know, that thing that I said you were crazy about, it happened. So it is soul level. I don't know what will come up. I don't know what will come through. It might be the craziest of things. It might be a guide that actually wants to work with you. It might be something entirely different of a past experience. It is shocking the things that actually do come through. And I'm just open. It's not me. It's not my story. I don't know you. So all I'm doing is allowing myself to be fully transparent, holding a safe place while sensing and feeling, and allowing anything and everything to come up for you. Doesn't matter to me. It is about you. This is your time. This is your healing. This is your process. This is your soul. I have had some sessions recently where the spirit guides, and I don't know how I can describe that to you fully, but there are benevolent loved ones and beings on the other side that do work with us and assist us. A guardian angel, those words are all, well, they're very specific and they have very specific roles on the other side, but sometimes those words are used interchangeably here. All I can say is that all of us have it. And so I'm working with that energy and I am sensing and feeling your loved ones as well as your guides. And I have had some moments where I am literally seeing fights and arguments and frustrations from guides because their people are not listening. And so if you want to come with me and listen to what is being guided and with an open mind and also how to get there. It's not anybody who does this work can give you a quick, dirty, fast dump and run. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I know it sounded that way, and I apologize. There are some incredible people out there who are able to do the work. But if you work with me, not only are you going to get the messages, but you're going to get the healing that comes along with it. So you're going to get some instruction, some application on how to apply that in your life, how to create that healing, how to create the shift, because you will actually hear me say that it's not enough for me just to give you a lot of really cool, accurate information and you walk away and say, "Wow, she's so cool and great. She got everything right." No, I care about being right, but I care more about making a change in your life. I care more about giving you the opportunities to grow and to heal those things that affect. If you do not want that, do not come and see me because that is what is going to be given. If you do not want that, I'm just telling you, these are soul sessions where it is true opportunities for soul healing, soul connection, and that is what will come through. So if you are wanting that most beautiful relationship, I want to know when I'm going to get into a relationship. And you're expecting me to tell you, oh, yeah, I see a really good one in about 5 years and this, and this man. Oh, then I serve you no purpose. Then that's just placities. I'm just telling you what you want to hear. But what I will do is I can say, I can see that. But I also see that there's all of these other relationships that have caused these problems. And I see this pattern that has actually come up. And what's really needing to happen is that I know you want a relationship where this other person will take care of you financially. But everything that is coming up from within you is to learn how to heal and become independent. And once you are able to create that sense of confidence within yourself, then you are going to meet this incredible person. But people don't want to hear what it requires for them to get there. They don't want to hear the difficulties, their patterns. They don't want to hear the parts of themselves that need to be healed. Some people do. I do. I don't want to be stuck in the past of where I was. I want to be transparent and not carry the pains. So we got to go to the struggle of the pains, and that's what I'm about. So I will hold you in a safe place for your healing. I will convey all of the messages from your soul, from your loved ones, from your guides that will provide those opportunities for your healing, for your connection, for your growth, and for your healing. So if you are wanting mediumship and wanting a very specific person and are only wanting very specific messages, then maybe reconsider. If you are wanting psychic information on how to achieve something, but you do not want to really address past patterns or past hurts or behaviors within yourself that need to be healed, and also self assessing and self addressing, you might want to reconsider having a session with me. If you are not wanting to hear how to apply and how to address the things in life that affect us most, you might not want to have a session with me. But if you are willing to explore all the potentials and possibilities, if you are willing to allow the healing that wants and needs to take place, then I'm for you. If you are willing to let me hold you in a safe place as we talk about pains, then see me. If you are willing to look at all of those parts on how to apply and actually how to make proper changes that we actually do want that can make a difference, please come see me. Oh, if you want to talk about the things that matter most to us deepest in the soul, and you want to have those conversations because you're curious about the other side, then please come see me. But if you only want the fast and if you only want the placates, the placities and the placates and the simple, do not come see me. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for the opportunity should I have a session with you. And if you're still curious and really not sure if we have a fit, maybe watch more videos, maybe pray on it, maybe ask for the guidance. And if you're not sure, let's just see how it goes. Thank you for your time. If I have had a session with you and it hasn't quite gone so well and we were not a fit, I apologize about that. And I thank you for your willingness to allow me. And I thank you for that experience so that I could provide this video in the hopes to prevent a negative experience for another. So thank you for everything serves purpose. I thank you. Blessings.